from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. This is the National Football League.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their ninth-year quarterback. On first down, Dill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Dill. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Curry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Dill. James has got it. Complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Dill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
To throw on second down. Dill to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. From the gun, Dill. And he's got his target. It's a great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. That time a 9-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll set up a throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
The Vikings send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is taken around the 12. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try the left side. Curry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield, because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way full steam, and he broke that one up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Dill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll run on first down. It's Curry. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first down, Curry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He finds his man, complete. It's James. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw. Dill. He finds his man, complete. That's Curry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Hands it off out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
2nd down and 3. Now they'll run on the draw. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And this is caught at the 8. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dill. Forced out to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Looking to throw. Dill. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Off the play fake. Dill. He's going to air one out.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw again. Dill. And he comes back with one complete as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. A try here for the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start.
Throwing on first down. Dill looking middle, and that's complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Dill.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. Dill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Dill. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with